All right, everybody. Good morning. It is Wednesday, August 31st, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not because I just checked it and I forgot. In the 3 seconds that it took for me to check, click record, and start talking, I had forgotten. But it is August 31st if you're listening to this when it comes out. And if you're not listening to this when this comes out, you should just turn it off. So, Steven, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good right now.
It's been naughty. It's been, what, 4 days since we recorded? 5 days since we
4 or
recorded
5,
last?
something like that. Yeah.
So how have you been in the last 4 or 5 days? What have you been up to? What's the typical day for Stephen Brimhall look like?
Well, typical day is I wake up, make some breakfast,
What kind of breakfast you making?
cup of cottage cheese with a cup of protein yogurt and a cup of blueberries, and then
Ain't
I
bad.
mix it all together and pack my lunch, leave for work, which is currently in Lakeside.
Ain't bad.
Get to Lakeside, get all the equipment, drive to the work site, eat my breakfast on the way there, get off work, come home, eat my, by this time, third meal of the day,
Which is? What do you call it?
just hamburger and rice. But it's my pre-workout meal.
Okay. All right.
Go to the gym, hit it hard, come home, eat some dinner, take my dog for a walk, and then relax the rest of the evening.
It ain't bad.
It's a typical day.
Ain't bad. Well, I want to apologize to you, Stephen, on air, right here, right now. Last episode, you ended by reading what was on your shirt. You were wearing a tank top
Mm-hmm.
that had like a barbell, with a bunch of weight on it
Right?
that said "Practice safe sets."
Mm-hmm.
And I think because I had the visual of it, it didn't register to me what the joke was on the shirt. So last week you're like calling attention to the fact that your shirt has a joke on it, and it went right over my head. And then I edited the podcast, and again, it went right over my head because I was thinking about it, because I was like, yeah, I know what the tank top looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving to work Wednesday morning, and and I don't know how many people actually caught this, but last week's episode has actually had 2 titles now. The first title of last week's episode was Auto-Tuned Announcements. Little alliteration there. And as I'm driving to work at like 7:30, somewhere from 6:30 to 7 in the morning, I'm driving to work. And I'm listening back to the podcast because typically that's when I listen to it to make sure that it sounds good, is after I've already put it out for everyone to hear. And Stevens goes, yeah, I want to, just share what's on my shirt. And it's, practice safe sets. And again, when I go back and listen to it, I want to hit myself in the face that I didn't catch the joke. But I immediately went on and changed the name of the episode to Practice Safe Sets. So I want to apologize for not
Yeah,
getting
that's
that.
okay. And that's probably my favorite shirt to wear at the gym,
I'm sure everyone loves it.
just to remind everybody.
That's pretty good.
But that's and even when I don't wear it, I still have it set aside to where I read it before I go. Just that motivation. You know what I mean?
You have it like in a display case that you bring to the gym with you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good.
I don't wash it, nothing. Just
Awesome.
awesome.
I mean, there are some wacky gym behavior. I know obviously that's a joke, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone else who had that shirt really did bring it in, or they like would wear it to the gym every day to remind themselves to practice safe sets.
Yeah, there's some sick people out there, Trey.
Definitely.
Very sick.
Very sick. And they're not wiping down their benches when they're done.
No, they're not.
No. All right, Steve, you have a story for us. At least that's word on the street. That's the note in the shared note. But walk us through it. What do you got for us?
Well, about a week and a half ago, I saw on the news, Arizona news, that here in Snowflake, Arizona, or a little bit outside of Snowflake, Arizona, there has been a discovery. This man discovered prehistoric fossilized footprints that predate dinosaurs on his property. And here I have pictures of it, or a picture of it, to kind of show you.
We're going to share this. I need you. Ooh, those are pretty sweet. I'm going to need you to send those to me.
They say these are some sort. So these are, I'm sure there's more, but there's hundreds of these footprints or tracks.
Yeah.
And they say that they are some sort of giant lizard. So this is before the dinosaurs.
A dinosaur. A pre-dinosaur dinosaur.
Pre-dinosaur dinosaur. Giant lizard.
Okay.
And
so are we thinking dragons or what? Like what are we thinking here? Is this when Game of Thrones would have happened? All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you said this was like outside of Snowflake. Is this like kind of towards the petrified forest?
They don't say where it is for probably obvious reasons. They don't want people going out there. But how it looks out east.
Out east.
Because when you go towards Heber, you can kind of tell how it looks. But out east is more like deserty, you know what I mean? So it looks more deserty. So I just stumbled upon that. It's like, that's pretty cool. I mean,
that's like in our town, and I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, last time, I mean, something this big happened in Snowflake is when the
Mormons settled here.
Yeah, I was gonna say what's his face, Travis Walton in the alien abduction, but
that happened.
Happened like in '79.
Linden, I believe.
Yeah.
Tal, wasn't it like out by like Linden where that happened?
I thought it was Heber. Outside of Heber?
Kind of like in between Linden and Heber.
Maybe.
Because you know where Linden's at.
Yeah. But that's pretty cool, though. They're finding prehistoric dinosaur footprints and stuff out east. Or out somewhere in Snowflake.
I just can't believe it because I grew up in schools learning about evolution. And as everyone who studies evolution knows, that life didn't start until the dinosaurs were here. Right? It went single-cell organism, dinosaur.
So what are they not telling us?
I am sick and tired of science just always changing its mind. Like, oh, just kidding. That guy was wrong. What they're going to come out and tell us gravity isn't real.
No, yeah, it's true. They were saying 40 years ago that Florida was going to flood because of...
No, that still might actually happen.
Yeah, but they're saying that it's going to happen 40 years ago. They're saying it's going to happen soon. And now they're saying, no, it's going to happen soon. You know what I mean?
It's true.
So...
All right.
Global warming, man.
Global. All right. Well, that's lizard tracks for you.
Hey, that's a good title. Lizard tracks.
Lizard tracks. Come on down and get you some lizard tracks.
Lizard tracks.
For those of you looking for the lizard tracks, you're going to want to head out east. You're going to drive to Snowflake, get your compass out, keep heading east. Don't cut through anyone's property. The cops will get you.
I think the people will get you, honestly.
The people will get you first, and then they'll call the cops after your dead body doesn't leave their, their property for about 5 days.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk Olympics. Today of the day of recording, which is July 27th, the Olympic Games have started.
Go USA.
USA. USA. All right. So I watched a little bit of it, but I think that you wanted to be the one to kind of give us some updates on it. I'll let you run with it, and I'll kind of fill you in on anything I watched.
Okay. I'm not going to go too big into details with names and everything, but I was just going to do a brief overview.
Good call.
So far, we got 5 medals so far.
How many golds?
1.
Ooh, too low.
Yeah, but that's just starting. It's just always the first day, kind of get the nerves out of your system.
Well, and that's when the small was it Belize, Tally, that had the one guy show up? That's when Belize comes in and they get their gold and then they go home.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the gold was in swimming. The men's
4 by 1 freestyle.
Yeah, freestyle.
Yep.
They won gold.
Did hear about that one. I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, fill us in on the rest of them.
In diving, we got a silver. Road cycling diving for women's.
Okay.
Synchronized 3-meter something.
Okay.
Got a silver. Road cycling, women's. Individual, she got a bronze.
Good for her.
Uh,
Should be better. We drive fast over here.
yeah.
Unless you lost to 2 Germans because they have the Autobahn. So, I mean, that would be respectable.
Yeah. The women's 4x1 freestyle relay, they did good too. They got silver though.
Ain't gold.
Ain't gold, but you know.
But you know what? Ain't bad. I say that, but like if I had to swim, I failed a merit badge because I couldn't swim. I was trying to get the lifeguard merit badge, and you have to swim like I think it's like I don't know what constitutes a lap, but this pool seemed to be like an average sized pool.
Was it a snowflake pool?
Nope, it was some pool at a scout camp somewhere, and they were like, you have to swim. I want to say. And when I say laps, it's just one time down. So they were like, you have to swim 4 laps. I got 2.5 like laps in, and I was straight vertical, like just like treading water. And I was like I had been in the water a long time. They eventually just said, get out. We're not standing here anymore.
Gosh.
So
swimming is tough. I remember it might have been the lifeguard too, where you brought like sweatpants and you took them off, you tied them up, and then you blew into it.
Yep.
But I've never been that very good. Treading water, I'm not very good.
I was gonna say, like, I can get in water. Like, I was never in danger of sinking. I just wasn't very good at swimming.
Someone who's amazing at swimming, shout out T. Will.
Tanner Willis, former guest.
That dude is half fish, man. He'll swim all day long. All day long.
Is that why they got a pool in the backyard? They got to keep him wet?
Yeah.
All right.
Because he was sitting there twitching on the couch, and Scott said, bro, we got to get you something. So he threw in a pool and said, go crazy, man.
Just sitting on the couch twitching. That's very true.
Yeah. But for the last one, individual as well, a woman's 400 freestyle, she got bronze.
That's Katie Ledecky.
Yep. So 5 so far, first day, looking pretty good. Could be better, but
I think on the first episode that you came on, I think we talked about how many gold medals we were going to get, and I think that I'll have to go back and get the number.
I think I said 150,
and I think I said 105. I think I said
how many days? How many days are the Olympics?
2. I'm just kidding. No, like Tally said, it all ends like August 15th or something like that.
August 15th. So yeah, I mean, we got to step it up.
I'm like, no, the Olympics are a 2-day deal.
Well, we just got to get 145 tomorrow.
All right. So with that being said, tomorrow, as the day of recording, July 28th, Team USA is going to play.
That will be exciting.
I forget who we play. It's either going to be South Sudan, Puerto Rico, or Serbia. I think it's Serbia that we play. So we got Nikola Jokic coming on, but
we smoked them by like 30 points.
I think we did. Yeah. So anyways, Steven, you have a question for me.
Yeah, on the way, right before I left my house, I was thinking about them playing tomorrow, and I thought, I wonder what Trey thinks, who he thinks, what year or what team is the best U.S. Olympic team.
Yeah.
That men basketball.
I was gonna say we haven't seen the best women's team yet. When Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese get to join that team, that's gonna be the best team the U.S. women have put together ever.
Yeah. So for men's,
which
team or what year do you think is the best?
A lot of people want to talk the Dream Team, and again, Dream Team was good. They were good. They smoked everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
But you have to remember, when the Dream Team came out, other teams were literally like
starting.
I'm saying the day of the game, those countries were like, "Hey, our country's playing today. You want to be on the team?" And they're like, "Oh, we're doing cross country," and they're like, "Yes, but with a ball." And so they just ran, and they didn't know they were supposed to shoot it. They just would like run around and throw it, and just had fun with it. And but you had good talent. You had good talent across the board.
Yeah.
And then the argument could be made for the 2008 Redeem team, and they were good. I mean, you've got LeBron, you've got Anthony, you've got Wade. I believe Dwight Howard was on that team. He may not have been, but I think he was. Regardless, the only issue with that team is you have Darren Williams and Jason Kidd as your point guards. And I think that as far as like the NBA goes, like they're fine. They're good players.
Yeah, for sure.
Jason Kidd's a great coach, coaching the Mavericks. And but I think that overall, like, were those really the two best point guards we had in the league at the time? Ain't no way.
Mm-mm.
Steve Nash was still playing, and actually he's Canadian, so I say that, and then I sound like an idiot on the mic right now.
And that's another thing. Going back to the Dream Team a little bit, who in the NBA didn't play for the
Team
USA team? Nowadays, you got
Nikola Jokic
players
going back to Serbia. You've got Doncic going back to Slovenia.
That's what I'm saying. Top 10 NBA players aren't playing for the U.S. right now.
Yeah.
And during the Dream Team, everybody was playing for the U.S.
Yeah. That's how you know the NBA outreach program is doing good.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
One that makes me upset about this current team, though, is Joel Embiid. He just plays for whatever team he thinks is going to get him a gold medal.
Yeah.
But to go back to your question, best team, I'm going to say 2024 this year. I think this team's got it. And hear me out, then here's why. You have Steph Curry, greatest shooter of all time. Probably the last time, actually, the last time he will get to compete. You have LeBron James, who somehow at 39 is still, people say, oh, he's not in his prime anymore. He's found a whole new prime. He might not jump over guys and poster them like crazy, but his IQ, his ball handling, and his facilitating are through the roof. And I think that that's a whole new level of his prime that he is currently in. You have Kevin Durant, who is at the end of his prime right now. You have Anthony Edwards, the best young player in the league right now.
He's very good.
We have three of the longest players in the NBA currently with Anthony Edwards, or not Anthony Edwards, I apologize. Anthony what am I trying to say? Anthony Davis, Bam Adebayo, and Joel Embiid.
Yes.
You have certified scorers in both Devin Booker and Jason Tatum. You have Tyrese Halliburton, who is, I don't know how he made the team over some other people, but I will say this. The dude's fantastic. He's one of my favorite guys to watch. When he's healthy, he is one of my favorite guys to watch. He facilitates super well. His jump shot is ugly, but it doesn't matter. He gets the job done. And then you have Derek White, who's this all-out, just goes hard all the time. He does a little bit of everything, doesn't need to have the ball to feel like he's contributing. And then you have the best defensive guard in the NBA right now with Drew Holiday.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think you can take that team and, you know, you might have a off night shooting the ball, but if that team moves the ball like a team, not all 15 or however many of those guys there are going to be off that night. They're all going to, you know, someone's going to step up and score, and it could be anybody.
Yeah.
Other than maybe Drew Holiday and Derek White.
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably put this 2024 team as my number 2.
Okay.
I just think the 2012 team.
That's a good team, though. That's a good team.
Many of these people you said, like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, they were in their prime. They were hungry. They wanted it back in 2012. You also had, now these names, this is them in their prime.
That's
I'm not
true.
talking now. I'm talking LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Kobe Bryant, Chris Paul, Darren Williams, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Andre Iguodala, James Harden.
You're going to
Tyson
skip over
Chandler,
Kevin Love like that, huh?
Kevin Love, Anthony Davis. So these are all these people in their prime.
Well, so I will say this. Kevin Durant, not in his prime yet. He's still with OKC. Same thing with Russell. Actually, Russell Westbrook is still with OKC, I believe, at this point. I think James Harden is now with the Rockets.
With the Rockets, yeah.
Maybe not, but those three, not quite in their prime yet. James Harden is the closest to hitting his prime at this point. But you do have Carmelo Anthony and Kobe Bryant both at the end of their primes, but still able to contribute. I will give you that.
I think Carmelo Anthony is one of the most underrated players
100%.
of all time.
100%.
He was his rookie year, and I think his second year, he was putting up better numbers than LeBron was.
Mhm. Yeah.
But he just, unfortunately, he was never put on a good team. Not a good team, but a team that made it to the finals.
Yeah.
Never made it to the finals.
Well, and I think that because unlike LeBron, so him and LeBron are the same age.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest difference is LeBron goes straight to the NBA out of high school.
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony goes and does a year at Syracuse and comes back. And I think that going to Syracuse, he picks up some good talent there. Like I'm saying, like he picks up some good skills and things. But then he goes. Was he drafted by the Nuggets? Was that who picked him up first?
Yeah, I think he was on the Nuggets.
I think it was the Nuggets that drafted him, but again,
I feel like there might have been a trade somewhere, but I think let's just check so we don't false
true.
information.
We don't want to get flagged for false information. But yeah, Carmelo Anthony, he was interesting. I believe he's top 10 in scoring all time.
He was first round, third pick, Denver Nuggets.
And
the first was LeBron, and who was the second?
No, I don't think that was LeBron's year. Because I believe he came into the year, I thought it was a year after LeBron, unless he was a year older than LeBron in high school. I could be wrong, but what you got?
What year was Carmelo Anthony drafted? I'm not going to sit there and type. 2003.
Wasn't LeBron 2001? No.
No, yeah. So LeBron James was number 1 pick.
Okay.
Darko Milicic was number 2.
I ain't never heard of this guy.
I've never heard of that guy. And then Carmelo Anthony was 3. Chris Bosh, number 4.
That's a good draft.
Yeah. Who is this Darko Milicic?
Milicic, I think is how you say his name. I have no idea.
Listeners out there.
Who is Darko Milicic?
Yes. Comment. Let us know.
Text us 602-888-3408 and let us know who
is this guy?
Who is Darko Milicic, because I'm not going to search him. I'm not going to remember.
He probably got hurt right off the bat.
Yeah.
Or maybe.
Or he was kind of like when the Suns drafted Dragan Bender.
Yeah, I don't know. But I bet going back, Carmelo should have been number 2.
Yeah.
If you had a redraft.
Sure. You could make an argument for Chris Bosh, but I think Carmelo Anthony probably wins in that.
I think we're a little too young to remember what he did for the Raptors. He was pretty good with the Raptors.
Yes, he was.
Seen some highlights. He was bad to the bone.
He was, and that's why he goes to Miami and helps LeBron and D Wade win a chip there. So
yeah, because he was the one who got the rebound, who dished it out to Ray Allen in the corner.
Puts up the 3. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His 3-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Moving on, we have, as of today, TMG. Was it today, Tally? TMG Studios did the release? Okay. Today, TMG Studios dropped a little thing today. A little, what do you call that? It's true. They sent out a press release. That's what I'm looking for. So this is the statement. TMG Studios, that's the title of it. This morning, we shared the note below with the employees of TMG Studios. For those of you who also don't know, this isn't part of it, but those of you who don't know, TMG Studios, that's Cody Ko and Noel Miller's podcast network company. And we talked a little bit about, actually, I think we cut it out of that episode. Cody Ko is in some trouble for some activities with a minor.
Bang! Yeah.
What's up, Tal? Oh, okay, never mind. I left it in. But anyways, so he's in trouble with that. So this is the note that they left. We wanted to share it with you guys as well. Our shows will resume in the coming weeks. Thank you for your support. Here's the note they sent to their employees. Hi, everyone. We want to start by thanking you all for your patience while while we were working to figure out the best path forward for the studio. We know it's been a very strenuous few weeks for everyone, and we really appreciate your willingness to bear with us. You are the most creative and incredible group of people. We feel so lucky to work with all of you. TMG Studios is what it is because of you. We couldn't be more proud of the incredible roster of talent we've been privileged to work with and everything we've accomplished together. As we enter into this next phase of the studio, we wanted to let you know that Cody will not be involved in the day-to-day operations at TMG Studios. What has transpired over the past few weeks is a personal issue for him, and Cody wants to remove any effect this is having on your professional and personal lives and the work that you and our other hosts have done to make TMG Studios so successful. Noel will continue to lead the team. His top priority remains the life and growth of the studio and its talent. Our audience sees your hard work every week, and we want that to continue. They deserve it, and so do you. We have built something truly special, and he's committed to keeping that alive and well. Sincerely, Cody and Noel. So far, there hasn't been an official statement released from Cody acknowledging these allegations, and so fans are a little upset. Steve, someone comes to you. I'm just kidding. We're not going to go there. I just wanted to share that little update because in episodes prior to you coming on, I've talked a lot about Cody Ko and his podcast and me listening to it, trying to learn from him because I really respected what he did as a podcaster, not what he did with a minor. And so now I have to try to unlearn what he did because I don't want to follow his steps there. That would be bad. Yeah. Considering I'm also married and not a minor. And I'm the exact same age he is, or I'm the exact age now as he was when he slept with a minor.
That was like 5 years ago or something?
What, it's like 5 years ago that's happened? How old is it? I wish I knew how old he was. Where's Anthony when you need him to be our Google guy?
Yeah.
So like 6 years ago.
31. See, that's just one of those just
say no.
Unfortunate events.
No, just say no.
No. Yeah, for sure. Just say no. And we got to be thinking, just don't do dumb stuff.
Right.
You mess around.
You find out.
Especially was he famous was his channel 5 years ago?
Yeah, he was. So he was creating videos at the time.
So, especially if you have the chance to become famous one day, it's like everything will come back to bite you.
It's true.
You know what I mean? So,
sure.
Sleeping with a minor, you're going to become famous. She's going to come out and she's going to say something about it.
Especially because she's now famous. Like, that's part of the reason why, like, everyone knows about it is she has her own podcast. Canceled, right? That's the name of her podcast, is Canceled. Yeah.
So, it's always, don't do nothing that you don't want the world to know.
It's true.
Very
true. So, please don't come at me over what he's done. This podcast wasn't happening 5 years ago. So, it isn't my fault. I told him no. I said don't do it. It's not worth it. And he got caught. So.
Oh, so you knew.
I wish you guys could see my face right now. I didn't know. Wink, wink.
Wow.
All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Boys and girls.
I want to share with you guys something that Steven and I have been talking about. Something we've mentioned this already like 3 times, but it's finally happened.
Something amazing, extraordinary.
Who is that?
I tried to do Donald Trump, but I just messed up.
The TikTok is out.
I was about to go, but no.
He was trying.
You should have seen my face, huh?
I do this too. When I do my Trump, like, what helps me get into character is the face, right? My eyes kind of squint. My fingers, like I do like the, little finger signs that he does. And that really gets me into character. Steven had his version of that, and it was pretty good.
One day, there'll be video. One day.
It'll be up on the new TikTok.
Hey.
On the new TikTok. So you're going to want to go to tender.mercies.pod. And just as an FYI, that will be changing in the future. But for right now, at the time of you listening to this, if you're listening to it within the first couple days of this coming out, tender.mercies.pod on TikTok. And that's going to get you going in the right direction to find some good, high-quality videos. So that's the official announcement.
I'll say high quality.
High quality. All right. So that's the TikTok announcement. It's time to start going over some of the content that is going to be going on there. Excuse me. First things first, battle brackets. I think that we're going to try to find a way to integrate battle brackets into TikTok. I have some ideas. I haven't worked them out with Steven, so that's all I'm going to leave it at for now. But we have some segments coming up right now for TikTok. So let's get our camera set up. And after you're done listening to this episode, head over to TikTok. Hopefully they're up at this point.
But before we move on, should we hear from our sponsor?
I think we should listen to our sponsor's message. Steven, you know what the worst part about living in a small town is?
What's that?
It is currently 11:24 in the evening, and everything is closed, and I'm starving. But not McDonald's. Not McDonald's. And this is what I want to say. I think that a lot of people give McDonald's hate because it's fast food, it's greasy, it's gross. Okay, fine. Don't go. They're making trillions of dollars a year anyways. They don't need you, but we need them.
Who wants to get up at 11:24 in the evening and make food?
Not me.
When you can
Not me.
spend $5 to get 2 burgers at McDonald's.
It's true. You can buy a quarter pounder with cheese for $12. $12. That's expensive.
I actually do the Mc, which is a double cheeseburger and a hot and spicy combined.
I can't believe you just said that on the mic.
No, it's true. That's what it's called.
I think there's many names for it, but that is one of them.
Yes,
I'm not taking that away from you. That is one of them.
That was Brady Peterson special in high school.
Yeah.
So thank you, Brady.
Thanks,
for
Brady.
showing us that.
Yep. And we have some expert testimonial on why you need to be going to McDonald's, not just at 11:26 in the evening, but at any time. And so let's turn it over to former president, potential future president, just business guy, and he knows business, and so I think he kind of knows what he's talking about in some regard. But Donald, why don't you break it down for us?
Honestly, I could buy 100 Big Macs and I'll eat them all. I'll eat them all in one night. They say that there are starving children in Africa. Well, guess what? Let me tell you this. I am not the president of Africa. I'm not making Africa great again. Although it would definitely fit in my slogan of MAGA. But I'm here for America, and that's where the Big Macs are.
All right, Donald, appreciate it.
Yeah, and it's jobs as well. If there's people going at this time of night, there's people working, people are making money.
We have the greatest economy. The greatest economy.
So, I mean, that's it. We've got the greatest economy here. We've got people working, people eating, and it's a cycle that goes round and round.
Yeah, from the beginning of time.
Well, have we got a deal for you? If you go on the McDonald's app right now, click deals, there's going to be a deal there for you. And we're here to endorse the $5 meal deal over at McDonald's. Here's what you're going to get. You're going to get a hot and spicy or a McChicken, which isn't the crispy McChicken. It's a hot and spicy, but minus the spicy and the hot.
And add $5 to it.
No. It's literally like the hot and spicy patty, no heat. It's just like it's like an enlarged like chicken nugget. And so You can get that, or you can get a McDouble. You're going to get a 4-pack of the nuggets, small fry, and a drink. Now, here's what they don't want you to know. They try to sell you on the small drink. If you work the app, all of their drinks cost the same anyways. You can get, for the same price, a large drink. So that's your hack. And this episode is brought to you by McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All right, Steve. We're going to draft our 4 favorite Olympic events. Okay. So we're going to try to build the most viewed Olympics events. And I'm going to go ahead and let you start.
I'm going to start off by going with the 5v5 men's basketball.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm going to go ahead and then take the 3v3 basketball off. Just, it's a newer one. It doesn't have the same viewership yet, but I want basketball in there, so I got to take it off the board. Hold on. It's my number 2. We're snake draft.
You're right,
Snake draft. All right, and then I'm going to go women's beach volleyball.
Ooh.
USA won today, by the way. Beat Canada.
That is a fun one to watch.
So dumb. You were so dumb.
All right, I'm going to go with wrestling.
Okay.
I really like that because it's more of a one-on-one.
Okay.
And country against country.
Strength.
Okay.
Skill.
And wrestling it's tough, man.
It is.
We wrestled in junior high.
We
know.
wrestled in junior high.
And so what is an Olympic level?
Yeah. All right. You have another one.
I think another one is swimming. I think everybody enjoys swimming.
Which race? You can't just have the whole
right.
genre. Come on.
You told me. That's my bad.
Jeez Louise, who is this guy?
I'll go with the 4x1 men's. What's it called? That we just won gold.
Oh, freestyle. Okay. I'm going to go with the 4x1 sprints for men.
That is a good one.
Yep.
Everybody loves watching those.
That's a good one. Don't have to tell me twice.
And
I have 2. All right.
I think you're up.
I'm up.
You're
Easy. Shoot, I should have prepared better for this. Really should have. I'm going to go. Ooh. Tally, what's it called? The Simone Biles does where she runs and goes off the platform.
Like the floor routine?
Sure, floor routine.
Oh, wait, off the platform?
Yeah, where she runs and jumps and flips off of it. The catapult. Is that what it's called? That's definitely not what it's called, but that's okay.
The catapult.
Yep. Simone Biles, you know what I'm talking about. Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right, you're up.
I think my last one would be.
I think you have 2, don't you? No. You have 1, and then that's it.
Yeah, I think. But it would be.
He's gonna get there.
I'm gonna get there. I guess I'd say boxing.
All right. Steven just wants to see people get wailed on.
Yeah. Well, it's the Olympics is about bringing countries together to see who's the best.
There's a lot of different ways to be the best.
Yeah, this is the most peaceful way to be
to
the
fight
best.
each other.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's been our draft. Steven, why don't you recap your picks?
It was wrestling,
Basketball,
basketball. I also said the 4x1
freestyle,
and
boxing. So I had 3v3 basketball. I had women's beach volleyball. I had
Cannonball.
I had the catapult.
The catapult. Whatever.
The vault. Yes, the vault. What was my other one? Oh, and the 4x1 relay.
Yeah, 4-1 relay.
All right. Who had the better... We're going to restart this right here. So who had the better draft? All right. Moving on. We have some would you rather questions we're going to go over. These are good. You ready for this? Do you want me to start with mine or do you want to go first?
You can start.
Okay. Would you rather only be able to eat sweet foods or only be able to eat savory foods for the rest of your life?
Sweet foods.
Okay.
I don't eat it very much, but I have a very big sweet tooth. When I start eating it, I can't stop, man.
You're an addict.
I'm addicted. Would you rather live in the middle of the ocean, like on a boat, whatever, or
Not on an island, though.
not on an island,
Okay.
on a boat,
Okay.
or live in space in a space station? Living would be the same, like comfortable wise. You have a big enough boat, plenty of room on space station as well. But you're just by yourself.
All right. Assuming that, yeah, like comfortability, like I'm protected from the elements and all of that, and I have like food and water.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. I'm going to go boat in the water. Would you rather have to give up chocolate or cheese forever?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Cheese, yeah. Would you rather ride everywhere you go on a scooter, meaning if you got to go to work, you're going to take a scooter. If you want to go to the valley,
Electric or regular?
regular. You want to go to the valley, take a scooter. Go anywhere you got to go, you have to take a scooter.
I feel like it has to be whatever the alternative is, but I'm scared.
Or be gay.
100% I'm going to be gay. I mean, I got places I want to go in life, and I'm definitely not going to be on a scooter. Come on now. Would you rather only be able to eat breakfast foods or be able to eat dinner foods for every meal? All of mine are food and animal related.
I would say breakfast, because I'm always in the mood for breakfast foods. I love having breakfast foods for dinner.
Yeah. It's a good
And so I'm always in the mood for breakfast, but I'm not always in the mood for dinner foods.
You're not in the mood for prime rib ever.
Well,
That's
five in the
different.
morning.
That's different. That's different. Okay.
But okay.
You're up.
Would you rather be a movie star or a professional athlete?
Oh. See, I grew up athletic and always dreamt of making it to the league, to the association. But given where I'm sitting right now with a microphone in my face, I might have been more, suited for the screen. I'm gonna go with a movie star.
Okay.
Celebrity. All right. Would you rather be able to talk to animals or be able to control animals with your mind?
I would say talk to animals.
Okay. All right. Well, you're not a Disney princess.
Would you rather lose both of your arms or both of your legs?
Okay. We got to break this one down. If I don't have both my legs, I can use my hands for anything. But if I lose both my hands and it's just my legs, I can go anywhere. I'd rather lose both my legs. I can still do things. Yeah. I'm going to keep my arms and hands. All right. Would you rather have a pet that is a giant version of a small animal? So like example, a giant hamster, or a tiny version of a large animal like a tiny elephant? It can be whatever animal you want it to be, but if it's something big, it's got to be small, or if it's small, it's got to be big.
I think big to be small.
You want a big animal to be small?
Big animal to be small. Something like well, how small are we talking?
I would say, well, what's the animal? I'll give you the parameters.
Let's say like a hippo.
Hippo, I'll give that to you in the size of a Pomeranian. Like a little lap dog.
You know,
like Max.
I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna say big. I mean small to big, and I'll say like a really cool looking lizard, and it'd just be a giant lizard.
And it's about the size of an elephant.
That's what I'd do,
All right.
and I'd ride that thing like Obi-Wan did in Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Would you rather ride that giant lizard everywhere for the rest of your life? That's the only mode of transportation you have, or be gay.
I'd take that lizard, man.
All right.
You see that thing moving, man. I kind of want to attempt this sound. Do you remember? Have you seen the third Star Wars?
I haven't seen any of the Star Wars.
Oh my gosh, the sound is like. I can't even do it.
Sounds like the Haktua girl. All right.
Anyways,
Oh, you're up. Go
would
for
you
it.
rather be a firefighter or a policeman? Police officer or firefighter?
Wow. See, if you guys can't tell, I'm already sweating and I'm just sitting here. So running into a fire sounds like the worst thing I could do. But I also don't want to deal with people on their worst days kind of thing. Like someone has like a DUI and I have to bring him in. It's like, I don't want to do that. My wife's probably going to hate me for saying this, but I'm going to say cop. Only because Tally thinks that I don't need to be risking my life because I run my mouth. So, but yeah, I'm gonna say that. I'd rather be a cop. Would you rather have the same meal every day for the rest of your life, or never be able to eat your favorite food again?
I'd have the same meal rest of my life. Good old ribeye.
Nice. All right.
Would you rather have toes for fingers or fingers for toes?
I think this one's pretty obvious. I want fingers for toes.
Yeah, it'd be like a monkey.
Exactly. I can hold on to stuff. It's pretty sweet.
I wonder how that would feel though, because like you move your hands and stuff, and would that just kind of be weird with your feet?
Well, think of it this way. They make those shoes that are like they like go over each toe individually. You'd have to wear those, but it would look like your foot and then like a glove. And then you could like walk around and you could like grab stuff with your shoes. Imagine like, you see those people on the side of the road that are always picking up trash. Not the prisoners, just the people who volunteer to do that of their own free will and choice. And they're picking up stuff and they have to use their hands, and that's gross. Get yourself some fingers for toes, and you're grabbing that with your shoes. Your hands never get nasty.
No,
you're
right.
sitting there texting, and your feet are just throwing trash away as you're just scrolling social media, texting,
Yeah.
checking out the Tender Mercies podcast TikTok.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather have to eat a spoonful of wasabi or a spoonful of cinnamon? What do you think?
I would go with cinnamon. I remember a long time ago the cinnamon
challenge.
I tried it, but I hate wasabi. I hate it.
I hate it. I hate it as well.
And so I would go with cinnamon.
All right. Let's each do one more. I know that we have a couple more left each, but let's just do one more.
Okay. Would you rather know when you were going to die, time, place, or know when everybody around you was going to die, but there's nothing you can do to stop any of it?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with I'd rather know when everyone else is going to, only for the case of like I can monetize that. I can make a lot of money doing that.
Okay.
Right? Like set up a little stand somewhere and just be like, I'll tell you when and where you're gonna die. You know what I mean? Because nobody can stop it. So, all right. And then, would you rather have to cook every meal you eat or never be able to cook again? So from like here on out, if
So
you want to
cook
eat,
all my food or have a personal chef. Or are
not
you
necessarily.
meaning-
Well, not necessarily. So either A, anytime you want to eat, you have to cook it.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Or anytime you're hungry, you can't cook anyway. So yeah, you have to have someone else cook for you, whether that's a chef or you just got to get someone else to cook for you.
Or you can just buy it somewhere.
No, I'm going to make it to where someone else has to make it for you. I'm taking away like the hostess snacks.
I would just say I'd make it myself.
All right. He's making
yeah.
every meal for the rest of his life. Ashley, you heard it here.
I pretty much do it anyways.
Nice.
Boom, roasted.
Boom roasted.
Touchdown, Airbud.
Next week we're starting battle brackets, and there's a couple spots left. So if you want to get in on it, text 602-888-3408. Again, that is 602-888-3408. I almost forgot the number. Text that number. And send us your name and the item that you want to defend and battle with in battle brackets. The category is random. It can literally be anything. Steven asked me a good question the other day after we released the episode last week. And so there is one stipulation. There's one area where you can't pull from. But other than that, I think it's pretty open. Steven, why don't you hit us with that stipulation? Do you remember? Or do I need to say it?
You'll have to say it.
Oh, that's fine.
I
we're-
remember you worded it good, and I can't remember the way you worded it.
That's fine. We're going to stay away from any form of like religious deities. So the question I think that was asked is like, could they be Jesus? And it's like, well, that kind of
Buddha
or
any of those
Buddha
kinda
or
guys.
like Zeus and Poseidon, you know,
Yeah.
like whatever. It's like obviously the ideas and, all the things that go along with being, a religious figure. No one thinks it's impressive that you're better than everything else. Like so far, the people that have signed up, their items are great. And they're things that you're going to find and you're going to see and look at and everybody knows about, not controversial. They're pretty good. So sign up. Spots are going fast. We'll respond back and let you know like whether or not your item is good, like just to make sure you don't like pick something that somebody else already has.
Mm-hmm.
But with it being random, I can't imagine that's going to happen. But
So,
all right, Steve, do you want to sign them off with a song?
Okay.
All right, Steven, give it to him.
it's so hard to say goodbye from yesterday.
Nice. All right. Steve, I appreciate that. Everybody, pause right here. You're going to want to go give this podcast a 5-star review or 5-star rating and leave us a written review. Let's double check. Last I checked the other night, there wasn't anything new in terms of reviews.
There needs to be reviews.
Let
Let us know what you want to hear. You got any questions for us?
It's true.
You want to be on the podcast?
We actually have had a couple people rate it. We got a couple of 8, or we have 8 stars. Ooh, somebody gave us a 1-star review. Ooh. Somebody gave us a 1-star review.
Yeah.
Shoot. Well, whoever this was, again, I don't mind. Doesn't matter to me. Leave us a review so I know who you are so I can beat you up.
Yeah. Or let us know why.
Yeah, let us know why.
What can we do to make it better?
Yep.
Because we want to make this the greatest podcast in all of history.
This is actually going to be news to Steven as well. This week, I turned all of my podcasts that I have done over the last couple months into a channel on like the podcasting app. So If you look up Tender Mercy Studios, you'll see that it's an actual channel now, and it'll show you the 3 podcasts that I've done. So this one, obviously, You're Alone with Train Steven. You've got Behind the Fence, and you have Tender Mercies. So all those podcasts are now in one location under the Tender Mercies Studios channel on the podcast app. If you listen on Spotify, this doesn't mean anything to you, and that's okay. And last thing, and we're going to be done. We are working on merch. Steven doesn't know this. I've been working on merch, and you can go to you'll see in the description of this show, it says click here, and then some stupid message that I put. So like click here for all of your wildest dreams to come true. If you click on that, that's going to take you to our website, and you'll see a link that takes you to our store where you can get merch, hoodies. There's a beanie on there. I don't know what else is going to be on there, but there will be more. Go check out some merch. I try to price it as low as I possibly can. They tell me how much it costs to make, and then I can add on to it from there. And I try to keep it super low because I would love to see people wearing it. And so like I'm taking I hate to say it this way, but like I'm almost like taking like a cut on it because I don't want to or I'm like taking some of the price off of what they recommend that I sell it for, so that you guys can get it as cheap as possible, so I'm making very little money off of these designs. Steven's making little money off of these designs. So go buy the merch. I'd love to see you wearing it. That's all I'm going to say. I think Steven and I might get some of the merch to wear for like the TikToks and other things that we do so you guys can see it.
We could even maybe do giveaways as well. Winner of the battle bracket, maybe a free shirt.
That's actually a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll discuss it.
Winner of the battle brackets gets a Champion of the Battle Brackets t-shirt. It's custom. It's custom. You won't find this on the website.
It'll be custom.
It's going to be custom. So go check out the merch. Steven and I are working on it. Steven hasn't even seen the merch yet. I've put up some stuff. But go check it out. Get yourself some merch. And we'll see you guys next week.